So imagine a linebacker that's 6'3", 230 pounds, that can play both inside and outside, can rush the passer, drop into coverage, set the edge, burst through the middle, has sideline to sideline speed, great instincts, a high football IQ that does not allow him to get tricked that often. Oh, and he's still in high school. That describes Jaishawn Barham. Hey guys, Diggs Report here. Back to you with another video. And for a while now, I've been writing for sports rants, and during that time, I actually started writing about high school recruits again. And whereas before in County Sports Zone, I was just talking about Maryland recruits, this time I'm talking national, so pretty much anywhere in the country. And I actually decided to bring back John's analysis because, well, it was pretty popular last time, and people really seem to like it. Since I'm doing this for sports rants now, as always, I'm going to leave a link to the story that I did on the player down in the description box below. And let me know if you have any ideas for what I could call this, because John's analysis kind of sounds a little bland and I would like to change the name, so anybody that has any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. Now that I'm back with John's analysis, I'm actually starting off with a player from Maryland. And how can I talk about a DMV recruit without bringing in the guy that is known for talking about DMV recruits? So, Ahmed, you ready? Wait, what do you mean you're not ready? Okay. So while you're getting ready, I'm going to start off and then just jump in whenever you feel like it. Okay, this is going to be fun. Anyway, on to talking about St. Francis linebacker Jaishawn Barham. So when I say that this guy does everything at the linebacker position, it means he does everything at the linebacker position. This guy has lined up inside, he's lined up outside. We've seen him rush the passer, we've seen him drop into coverage, we've seen him stop the run. This guy literally does it all in high school. It's pretty amazing, and he's been doing this since he was a freshman. Keep that in mind. And speaking of him being a freshman, when I first started looking at his highlights, the first play of his freshman tape was him diagnosing a running back screen and having not only the intelligence to tackle it right away, but the speed to make sure it goes nowhere. That's pretty amazing. This guy has intelligence and talent through the roof for a high school player. And there's a reason why there are a lot of people going after this kid. This kid is so good. He's one of the guys that I'm really high on in this class. It's really amazing just how good he is. I don't know how much more I can say about this, but instead of just talking about how great I think he is, I'm going to show you why I think he's that great. That first play is just a taste of what he can do. I've seen this guy chase down running backs, chase down wide receivers. I've seen him burst through A-gaps. I've seen him set the edge on running plays. This guy just knows what he's doing at the linebacker position. He really does. And you could line him up outside, you can line him up inside, and he will thrive. Personally, I think he's a middle linebacker. However he develops and however a college coach wants to use him, he can't really go wrong. Now when I talk about how intelligent he is, it's not just that first play that really jumps out at you. There was another play. It was a running back, quarterback keep option. And he diagnoses it right away. He knows where that ball is going. He's not just going for one specific player. He's looking to where that ball is going, whether the quarterback is keeping it or the running back is taking it, and he makes sure that play goes nowhere after that decision is made. And when I say sideline to sideline speed and him chasing down wide receivers, I mean it. He's done that a whole lot in high school. I mean, I saw him do that at least 3 or 4 times when I was looking at his highlights. I mentioned about him dropping into coverage. Well, at 6'3", 230, he has the size to cover a tight end. I mentioned he has sideline to sideline speed. He's able to cover a running back out of the backfield. I mentioned that I saw him chase down wide receivers at least a few times on his highlight tape. He may even have the speed to cover some wide receivers at the college level. But maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. This kid is just ultra talented. This kid is ultra smart. This guy just knows what he's doing at the linebacker position. He was just born to be a linebacker. There's no other way around it. And any college that gets him, they're getting a player that is not only going to contribute right away, but may have all-American potential. Not just all-conference, all-American. Now, are there things he needs to improve on? Well, of course. Every single high school player has something they need to improve on. And just like every other linebacker, he does need to work on getting off of blocks a little bit. I saw him get pretty much overpowered by a lineman more than a few times. Which, you know what, that's every single linebacker. It's not that big of a deal. That just comes with being in the strength and conditioning program. A few years of that, and he'll be getting off of those blocks in no time, and with proper technique as well. I mean, we've seen a lot of linebackers that need to improve on that. I remember C.J. Mosley had a problem with that his junior year. Comes back for his senior year, did a great job with that. He ends up being a first-round pick. I'm not saying that I think that's what's going to happen with Barham, but I'm just saying a lot of linebackers do need help with that. And when I talk about him playing on the inside and on the outside, I mean, he has done that a lot. You basically see him as the most versatile linebacker maybe in this class. And when I say he can set the edge, he can set the edge. He makes sure that nobody can get outside. He's done that with both running backs and quarterbacks. And with him shooting the A-gap, he just times it perfectly, whether it's on a blitz or on a running play. And pretty much the quarterback or the running back has nowhere to go. He's so good with that. So yeah, I am very, very high on Jaishawn. Now, if Ahmed wants to talk about anything with his recruitment, go ahead, Ahmed.
I'm here, John. Jaishawn Barham, a 6'3", 230-pound linebacker. Started out his high school career over at DeMatha and then moved over to St. Francis Academy. I love this guy. I think that he's a very intelligent player. The play recognition is something that's really stuck out to me at a young age, and I think that he has that natural athleticism. Does a great job of diagnosing the play, and when he does, he hits that with speed and aggression. Very sound tackler in the open field. Definitely, as I mentioned, he plays inside backer, but can play outside. From Maryland, he's a guy that projects as an inside guy, but with that positional versatility he has with that skill set, is a guy that really can just play multiple different positions on the field. In regards to his recruitment, though, I would say that Maryland, South Carolina, Penn State, those are the three schools that routinely get mentioned. Those are the three schools that have hosted him so far for official visits. Florida's is another school that's in the running for an official. West Virginia is a school that was mentioned with him at one point. Virginia Tech also surprisingly hosted him for an unofficial visit this season. He is reportedly nearing a commitment. He has told college coaches that he does plan on announcing in November. I have also heard that he plans on taking all 5 of his official visits. So, time is definitely running out, but definitely elite prospect. He's dipped a little bit in terms of ranking and whatnot, but I think he's a guy that when he gets to the next level, I think that it's most likely that he ends up playing in the Big Ten. I think that he's going to be a guy that's going to be hard to keep off the field, especially at Maryland, a guy where Maryland likes to play a lot of young guys, rotate them in, things like that. I think Jaishawn is a guy who immediately elevates the talent level in the Terps room if Maryland were to be the choice. But again, just an elite level prospect, a guy that has been a top target for pretty much the entire 22 class at this point. So it will be interesting to see where he ends up.
As always, I will see you guys next time.